Hey everyone, I thought I'd actually show you something super useful because I've already done a video on how to make streamers and I've already done a video on how to make a corker bubble or put the corker on a clip. What I haven't shown anyone, and I think it'd be really good for a lot of you, is how to actually attach the corker or the streamer's blower bubble a bow so that they sit nicely on a child's head once they're made. So as you can see here, got this super cute rainbow version, and I've got this adorable red mixed corker one because I had angry demands from my other niece Lizzie going, "You've made Ella one, I must also have one on to Cat." I have everything already pre-cut because I'm not going to make you sit there and watch me for 40 minutes cutting and, well, an hour making all of these. There's only 7 as well, so it took me an hour to do 7 streamers. Well, 14, had to do the 2 lots. So it took me an hour to do 14 lots of streamer, and then I also had to cut all my corker and heat seal all of my ends. So I have been with the lighter, I have heat sealed all of these once I've cut them, and I've also made up the sewn versions of my tux bows. Excuse my glue stringers. So I've got a rainbow tux and a red tux, and these are the 3-inch versions. There is a video on how to make them, and I do no sew and sewn versions so you can see. And if you still struggle with basic tux bows and alignment, as I've said before, because I have dyspraxia, and if I don't pay extreme attention all the time, if I do quick versions of these, they pull to the left every single time. So there is a whole video on how to make tuxes, doubles and large, and how to keep them in alignment if that is something that you struggle with as well. So I'll pin all those videos to the bottom for you in the comments. So they're there. Like I said, 2 3-inch ones. And we're going to attach the rainbow streamers to this one, and then we'll attach the red ones to the red one, obviously. I'll just move them out of the way so we're not cluttering up the screen while watching. And what you'll need is your needle and thread as normal, and you want your extra strength thread, and preferably a darning needle if you can get it. They're slightly longer, they're a bit thicker, a bit more tough than standard bows. And what I do is I've got my tux bow here, go straight through there, can you see? Halfway through the middle, straight through, so your needle is right through that centre. And I'm doing rainbow, so I've got my colours laid out in the direction that I'm going to do them. And we just thread these on. I'm going to pull it through for a bit. Thread these on in the order you want to, and make sure that you're folding your streamers in half, like so, and that you get in the middle, because you don't want your sides to, like, one side be much longer than the other and vice versa. So like I said, fold them, make sure they're nice and even. Thread them down the needle in the colour combination that you want, or if they're all red or all green, etc. Whatever you want to do. Just remember to make sure they're even. And these ones I'm just making for fun. Okay, so once you've got everything, obviously, as you can see here, make sure, I'll just move it so you can see better. You spread them all so that you're not wrapping one side the wrong side. And then what I do is do it as tight as possibly with these sides correct. So you see there the purple have gone to the opposite side. So make sure they're even, as tight as humanly possible. Make sure, like I said, they're on the sides that they're meant to be. and wrap a good couple of times and do it as tight as you possibly can, because you don't want this bit to be bulky, because if it's bulky it won't sit nicely. That's why I always use thread and sew through like this. Once you're happy it's as tight as you can possibly get it, stitch off in the back exactly the same as you normally would. And what I do at this point is I'll just put them bobble in, and where the seam is starting to show, again you can wrap that into your bow like so, and do another back stitch off, and that will help hold your bobble into your bow. Okay, and again pull that nice and tight, and I'll show you how it looks once it's all done. So that's what you get. So you've got nice even sides. Let's get that string. Nice even sides, and they're sitting nicely, so once we've wrapped it, it will sit lovely. So pull them out the way, because like I said, you don't want to wrap them in the wrong direction as well. And I've got this lovely bright ombre double-sided 9mm. Heat seal your end as normal, put your dot of glue on here. And you can use this method on any style of bow. You can do double tuxers, you could add it behind a boutique, anything like that. But like I said, it is easiest to go sideways down and attach it from beneath, and make sure that, like I said, you've got your evenness and you're not wrapping lopsided, so you've got more streams or corker ribbon on one side than the other. Wrap that round twice, then cut off that bit of excess. Heat seal your end as normal, and then we want a touch of glue there, and then we'll go on showing you how to do the corker. Okay. Just give it a little fluff so we can't see that white, and move that little bit of glue stringing that I've got. And there you go, there is one rainbow corker, and I am going to add this rainbow embellishment here, and I'm just going to add, this is the Gorilla Glue with the brush and the nozzle. It's my favourite of the ones, purely because I love how the brush works for getting the glue where I want it, rather than all over the place or to my fingers. And I want that so the clouds are sort of in those streamers. I'll just hold that for a second. So there we go, that's a version of the rainbow, which matches this nice one here. I love how bright the colours are on this one, so pretty. And now doing the red one, and as I said before, I don't make my back corker, I pre-buy it. You can get it from a few different places. It's entirely up to you. You can make it as well. There are videos out there that show you how to make your own corker. Like I said, I'm just too distracted. And I know there's people out there that are like, no, you could definitely make your own cat. You wouldn't do any damage. Believe me, I could literally get my housemate in here and it'd be like she could burn water I've never known her not to eat a pizza that is mainly not blackened. I would definitely set fire to something. Okay, so I'm just tying off my needle and thread. Like I said, I've got the bubble as well. These versions don't tend to do too well on clips. They just don't sit quite as well. So if you want to do these versions, do try and stick to bubbles where you can. If I can get a clip version to sit nicely, I will show you that as well. But for now, exactly the same as before. Take your bow straight through middle, so you come up through the bottom. And let me just put my streamers in order again. Sorry, very particular about how I like to put my patterns at times. There we go, that's better. And again, make sure you're folding them in half so that they're even on both sides. Thread through and repeat. Like I said, you tend to still want at least 7 to 10 pieces to get a nice full looking layer beneath your bow. You can do less, but it tends to look a bit sort of like gappy, and sort of, it just doesn't look quite right. But again, it's personal preferences. Some people like the sparser look. I like nice and full versions myself, like I said, but you can do whichever version you like. You can do these shorter as longer as well. These are all about 35 to 40 centimetres. Like I said, you could do sort of 15 to 20 centimetres instead, or longer, or a size in between that. That's one. There we go, all threaded. I'm just gonna pull them apart like so, so they're nice and even. Excuse me, done thread a bit long today. And then you want to pull that right up against your bow. Get it sat underneath. And then wrap. And again, use your fingers. Keep them separated so that you even both sides. You see how that one's trying to curl the opposite way. Wrap around a good couple of times. Then you need to pull it down and adjust it so it sits under, and then stitch off in the back exactly the same as we just did with the streamer. There we go, that's why I love extra strength thread. You would not be able to do that with cotton. Make sure you separate it out in the right direction. Again. And re-wrap your bubble exactly as before. Seam right against it. And wrap in. Try not to stab yourself like I just did. I'll just stitch that off as well. and then we'll add the middle, and then we're all done. Okay, so I'll show you the front once it's all sorted. As you can see again, we've got an even amount on each side. So we're going to flip that over. Again, make sure it's all about keeping them separate so we don't wrap anything in the wrong direction. Heat seal our 9mm. Touch of glue. Make sure you're covering up any of the mess of the cotton that you've just done if you've done like me. Normally a bit neater, but obviously this is just for teaching purposes, and these are for my nieces. If I was doing it to sell, I'd be a lot tidier. But the honest answer is no bow maker's perfect 100% of the time, and if they tell you that they are, they're quite honestly lying. It's the same as that, the reality of life versus what we show on social media. Everyone's always going to show you the prettiest stuff that they do first, not the mistakes. I'll show you both because I'm all about teaching you and teaching you how to fix them if you happen to have the same issues. Okay, I'm just going to give that a little shake because some of them are tangled together. Give that a little bit of glue stringy. Okay, twist that into the direction it actually wants to go in. You ever had that? Don't be afraid to, like I said, twist it the direction that you want, like I've just done there. There you go. That is better. So there is your red version. And like I said, you could do a pigtail set. Got the lovely rainbow streamers. Like I said, I'll put the links on how to make those and how to do a cork bowl without the bow. And like I said, thank you for watching. Hopefully you found this useful. If you enjoyed this, thank you for watching. Please remember to share, like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell notification icon to be notified when I release new videos. Like I said, it's always on a Monday and Friday, but it's quite often more than that at the moment. Like I said, there's lots of other videos at the moment. This will be video number 60 so far, so thank you for watching. Like I said, feel free to join me over on Facebook as well. I'm also under Catherine's Ribbon Bows and Tutorials, and if you need any extra help with anything, like I said, ask me and I will do whatever I can to help you. Okay, thanks for watching, bye.